recording today. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Nice catch, Ziggy. Um, I don't know anything about this song. I don't honestly even know what the real title of it is. I was given it in an archive of MP3 Bluegrass stuff. So I'm just going to call it the Church of Our Lady of the Mind and let it go at that. I like it. Hope you do too. I'm going to play it in G, but since I don't know anything about it, it'll be tough for anybody to play along, I suppose. This is a song about what happens when religion gets in the way of worship. A funny thing happened on the way to church the other Sunday. Billows of smoke came rolling from the door. I ran up to tell the leading deacon something needs done 'cause the church is on fire for sure. And he said, that's a point well put and a timely suggestion. We'll bring it up at the very next meeting of the Board of Deacons a week from Tuesday. I don't know why, it's just church policy at the First Past Metha, Baptist, Seventh-day Orthodox, Lutheran, non-denominational Church of Our Lady of the Mind. We all got together the next Sunday in a tent bought and paid for by the building fund. I stood up to tell the congregation, there's a tornado coming! Woo! Everybody run! And they said, that's a point well put and a timely suggestion. We'll take it up at the very next meeting of the Board of Deacons a week from Tuesday. I don't know why, it's just church policy at the First Past Metha, Baptist, Seventh-day Orthodox, Lutheran, non-denominational Church of Our Lady of the Mind. We held an open-air service the next Sunday. The sun came out and the clouds were rolled away. I stood up to tell the congregation, lift up your heads 'cause the Lord has come today. And they said, that's a point well put and a timely suggestion. We'll take it up at the very next meeting of the Board of Deacons a week from Tuesday. I don't know why, it's just church policy at the First Past Metha, Baptist, Seventh-day Orthodox, Lutheran, non-denominational Church of Our Lady of the Mind.
Gotta love it.
Good one.
Thank you.
Now so.
Murray,
Yep.
you're up.
All right. This is an old, well-known song. Actually, they don't know if it goes any further back than 1905, but they know that miners knew it as far back as that. That's about 120 years ago. All right. And it's The House of the Rising Sun. Okay. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor girl, and me, oh God, for one. If I had listened to what my mama said, I'd be at home today. But I was young and foolish, poor girl. Let a gambler lead me astray. My mother, she's a tailor. She sews these old blue jeans. My father, he's a gambling man. Drinks down in New Orleans. Go tell my baby sister not to do as I have done. Just shun that house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. Well, I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost run. I'm going to spend the rest of my days beneath that rising sun. Well, one foot is on the platform and the other one's on the train. I'm going to spend the rest of my days wearing that ball and chain. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor girl, and me, oh God, is one. That's it.
Thank you for the little lesson in history, Murray. Mr. Winkler, sir.
Good morning. Well, I was cleaning up my yard this morning and found a used Roman candle from the 4th. So got that all cleaned up. The fireworks have mostly settled down. People have stopped shooting off their guns and so on and so forth. I expect we'll have a few more fireworks going on in the neighborhood. They love to do that here. No concern whatsoever for the animals in people's houses. Anyway, I want to take us back to the 4th of July. I have a song for it. I know it occurred on Friday, but I'm going to do my song anyway. Called The 4th of July by a fellow by the name of Shooter Jennings. Maybe it was a group, I don't know. It's been a long time. Anyway, here she goes. Kind of a love song. Alone with the morning burning red on the canvas in my head, painting a picture of you and me driving across country in a dusty old RV. Just the road and its majesty. Looking at you with the world in my rear view. You were pretty as can be, sitting in the front seat and looking at me. Tell me you love me and you're happy to be with me on the 4th of July. We sat stranglehold to the stereo and take no more of that rock and roll. We put on a little George Jones, sang along. sang along. Well, those white lines get drawn into the sun if you ain't got no one to keep you hanging on. But there you were, like a queen in your nightgown, riding shotgun from town to town, staking a claim on the world we found. And I'm singing to you, you're singing to me, out of the blue to a boy like me. You're pretty as can be, sitting on the front seat, oh, looking at me. Tell me you love me and you're happy to be with me on the 4th of July. Ha, 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 ha. We sat stranglehold to the stereo, couldn't take no more of that rock and roll. Put on a little George Jones, sang along, sang along. And you're pretty as can be, sitting on the front seat, oh, looking at me. Tell me you love me and you're happy to be with me on the 4th of July. That stranglehold to the stereo, couldn't take no more rock and roll, couldn't put on a little George Jones, sang along, sang along. Pretty as can be, sitting in the front seat, oh, looking at me. Tell me you love me and happy to be with me on the 4th of July. 4th of July, 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 4th of July. Shooter Jennings.
First time for me on that one. Good song.
All right. We were joined by Marie and Doreen in the intervening time, and it's Michael's turn.
Right. Yes, I can't believe I haven't done this before, but it's not on the list that I've done. One by Tom Lewis, who's a freak. Well, he comes to our club about every 2 years, and I think other people have done it, but I haven't. And just to say, a killick is the leading seaman, and when it comes to main yard, it's a spar on the main mast, apparently. I think the other terms are fairly obvious. Bunting tosser, I think, is the one that hangs the flags for signals. Anyway, me father often told me when I was just a lad, a sailor's life was very hard, the food was always bad. But now I've joined the Navy aboard a man of war, and now I find a sailor ain't a sailor anymore. Don't haul on the ropes, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. The killick of our mess, he says we've got it soft. It wasn't like this in his day when he was up aloft. We like our bunks and sleeping bags. What's a hammock for? Swinging from the deckhead or lying on the floor. Don't haul on the ropes, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. They gave us an engine that first went up and down. Then with more technology, the engine went around. We're good with steam and diesel, but what's the main yard for? A stoker ain't a stoker with a shovel anymore. Don't call on the ropes, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Sorry. Get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. They gave us an Aldis lamp so we can do it right. They gave us a radio, we signaled day and night. We know our codes and ciphers, but what's a semaphore? A bunting tosser doesn't toss the bunting anymore. Don't haul on the ropes, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. 2 cans of beer a day, and that's the bloomin' lot. But now we get an extra 2 because they stopped the tot. So we'll put on our civvy clothes and find a pub ashore. A sailor's still a sailor, just like he was before. Don't haul on the ropes, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore.
Heard that one in a while. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Michael. Stephen Einbinder.
Today I'm doing a couple of songs that my dad taught me. First one is Gypsy John. The gypsy fires are burning, the kettle sings a song, and good folks want their lining that are empty all day long. Then welcome if you've lost your way, for daylight's past and gone, and strangers might do worse than stay, and house was Gypsy John. There's bird of many a feather, a turkey, poult, and hen, the moorcock off the heather, a mallard from the fen, a leash of teal, a thumping goose, as heavy as a swan. He ought to wear his waistcoat loose, who dines with Gypsy John. So dip your finger in the stew and drink a cup to me. I'll fill again and drink to you a health in Romney. So dip your finger in the stew and drink a cup to me. I'll fill again and drink to you a health in Romney. And when your brains are churning and you're only fit for bed, the lamps in heaven are burning to light you overhead, till waking up refreshed and bright when stars are pale and wan, you'll swear they pass a cozy night who lodge with Gypsy John. The birds of air shall call you, they're stirring with the day. No mischief shall befall you till we've sent you on your way. And when you've left the wanderer's camp to travel blithely on, be kind to some poor tinker tramp and think of Gypsy John. So dip your finger in the stew and drink a cup to me. I'll fill again and drink to you a health in Romney. So dip your finger in the stew and drink a cup to me. I'll fill again and drink to you a health in Romney. I think Romney is another word for Romania.
That was nice.
All right, then. Susan and Bob.
Susan and Bob Everly. Here we go.
Wait. I just want to say the reason we chose this song today is because I found a thing that in 1958, in July, this song was number 3 on the charts. And I said, hey, we do that song. So here we go.
Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello.
heavens above. And here's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. So I'm singing bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness, hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress, hello emptiness, feel like I could die. Bye-bye my love, goodbye, bye-bye my love, goodbye.
Of course, none of us are old enough to remember that song, right?
It was one of my parents' favourite records, and I was
What's that?
5. And I still have the record.
Ah, love the Everly Brothers.
Okay, well, I'm going to, last week I did a couple of Leonard Cohen songs, and this week I'm going to do a couple of Gordon Bach songs. One he wrote and one he just sings the lead on. I think a couple of us do this one, and I haven't done it in a while, and I guess Gordon got a letter from a friend of his that was going through some difficult times, and he wrote this song saying, you know, you have to look ahead to the future because the flowers always come back in the spring. When the deer's bedded down and the bear's gone to ground and the northern goose has wandered off to warmer baying sound, it's so easy in the cold to feel darkness of the year, and the heart is growing lonely for the morning. Joni, don't you know that the stars are swinging slow, seas are rolling easy as they did so long ago. If I had a thing to give you, I would tell you one more time that the world's always turning towards the morning. Now November's growing thin, October's coming home, and you'll be thinking of the seasons and the sad things that you've seen. And you hear that old wind walking, hear him singing high and thin, you could swear he's out there singing of your sorrow. Stars are swinging slow, seas are rolling easy as they did so long ago. If I had a thing to give you, I would tell you one more time that the world's always turning towards the morning. When the darkness falls around you, the north wind comes to blow, and you can hear him call your name out as he walks the brittle snow. Well, that old wind don't mean you trouble, he don't care or even know, he's just walking down the darkness towards the morning. Joni, don't you know that the stars are swinging slow, seas are rolling easy, they did so long ago. If I had a thing to tell you one more time that the world's always turning towards the morning. Well, it's a pity we don't know what the little flowers know. They can't face the cold November, they can't take the wind and snow. They put their glories all behind them, bow their heads and let it go. But you know, they'll be there shining in the morning. Now, my Joni, don't you know that the days are rolling slow, and the winter's walking easy as he did so long ago. If that wind would come and ask you, why is my Joni weeping so, won't you tell him that you're weeping for the morning? Oh, my Joni, don't you know that the stars are swinging slow, seas are rolling easy as they did so long ago. If I had a thing to give you, I would tell you one more time that the world is always turning towards the morning. We're going back.
Well done.
All right, Lonnie and Wendy, I guess.
What? Here's the voice of magic featuring none other than Wendy, who does this song.
In the forest deep and dark, a witch's spell ignites the spark. Whispers flow from beak and bark, magic words they leave a mark. Eyes of owls and hearts so dear, voices now so crystal clear. Every creature far and near speaks with love, dispels all fear. Moonlight guides her through the night, animals share dreams in flight. Bound by spells of pure delight, witch and beasts in bond so tight. In the forest deep and dark, a witch's spell ignites the spark. Whispers flow from beak and bark, magic words they leave a mark. Moonlight guides her through the night, animals share dreams in flight. Bound by spells of pure delight, witch and beasts in bond so tight.
Very nice, guys.
Good job.
Wild applause.
Beautiful song.
That was beautiful.
So you guys going to do a second song, or?
When we come around again.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what? Look, come on. Two is way more than enough for us. You'll see why soon.
All right, Ziggy.
This is the second song.
Okay.
Go on forever.
I'm continuing Michael's theme with two newly written sea shanties or songs written in the sense of sea shanties, reminiscing about past times. The first one is Mingalay Boat Song. Mingalay is a little island in the south of the Outer Hebrides on the west coast of Scotland, and it is deserted site since 1912, but the song was written in the 1930s about the fishermen of Mingalay, of the Mingalay Island. Mingalay Boat Song. Feel you hold, boys, let her go, boys, if and round and all together. Feel you hold, boys, let her go, boys, sailing home, home to Mingalay. What can we do, what can mentions, what can we for weather and wind? What to go by every inch, wearing home, home to Mingalay. Will you hold, boys, let her go, boys, if round and all together. Will you hold, boys, let her go, boys, sailing home, home to Mingalay. Though the wind be wild and shouting, and the waves mount ever so high, anxious eyes gaze at the seabird to see us home, boys, to Mingalay. Here to hold, boys, let her go, boys, keep her head round and all together. Here you hold, boys, let her go, boys, sailing home, home to Mingalay. Wives, forgot the. Though the wind be wild and shouting, and the waves mount ever so high, anxious eyes gaze ever seaward to see us home, boys, to Mingalay. Here you hold, boys, let her go, boys, keep her head round and all together. Here you hold, boys, let her go, boys, sailing home, home to Mingalay. Why's been waiting by the harbor, why's been waiting since yesterday. I've been waiting by the harbor till the sun sets on Mingley. Will you hold boys, look the door, boy, take the head round and go together. Will you hold boys, let the door, boys, sailing home, home to Mingley.
One of our favorites there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ziggy. Oh, Debbie and Ron.
All right. All right. He's got an oldie here also.
We're at we do one live session a week when we can make it, and there's the guy that runs it. It's an Irishman, and he's got albums out and stuff, and he does a lot. He does Irish traditional singing, and he sang this song, and I didn't know what it was. He gave me the break, and I sort of dumped it in my lap, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Traditional Irish
I
song.
faked it like I do with everything I do. And then so I found out it was a Hank Williams song. Today I passed you on the street, and my heart fell at your feet. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. Somebody else stood by your side, and he looked so satisfied. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. A picture from the past came slowly stealing as I brushed your arm and walked so close to you. And suddenly I got that old time feeling. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. It's hard to know when others' lips have kissed you and held you just the way I used to do. Oh, heaven only knows how much I've missed you. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. Yahoo!
All right. So now I have a very old song. Today's horrors in the United States. And it's being, as many of us said, we don't feel too much like celebrating these days. But this song was written as a song about liberty, and it was written in 1774. And it's to the tune of the British Grenadier. I said that to him, and he said, "What's that? I never heard of that." I said, "I never heard of anyone not knowing that tune." But anyway, so it's got two titles. It can be called "Blast the Venal Sycophants Who Dare Our Rights Betray,"
or also known as Free America. So let's see. Key of G. That seat of science, Athens, and earth's proud mistress Rome, where now are all their glories, we scarce can find their tomb. Then guard your rights, Americans, nor stoop to lawless sway. Oppose, 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 oppose for North America. Proud Albion bowed to Caesar, and numerous hosts before, to Picts, to Danes, to Normans, and many masters more. But we can boast Americans have never fallen prey. Huzzah, 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 huzzah for a free America. We led fair freedom hither, and lo, the desert smiled. Paradise of pleasure, now opened in the wild. Your harvest bold, Americans, no power shall snatch away. Preserve, preserve, preserve your rights in free America. From a world of tyrants beneath this western sky, we formed a new dominion, a land of liberty. The world shall own we're free men here, and such we'll ever be. Huzzah, 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 huzzah for love and liberty. This maiden climate, and through her vast new domain, may hopes of heroes cluster that scorn to wear a chain. And blast the venal sycophants who dare our rights betray. Assert yourselves, yourselves, yourselves for brave America. My heroes, and swear with proud disdain, the wretch that would enslave you shall spread his net in vain. Should Europe empty all her force, we'd meet them in array, and shout huzzah, huzzah, huzzah for a brave America. Still be masters of the main. Our fleets shall speak in thunder to England, France, and Spain. The nations o'er the ocean spread shall tremble and obey. The sons, the sons, the sons, the sons, the sons of the brave, the sons of North America.
Thank you.
Not too many songs have the word sycophant in them.
The only one I know of.
Thank you.
Okay,
Me?
Kathleen.
Me, yeah. Thanks. Okay. I sort of want to dedicate this to the people that are missing in the floods in Texas. It's nothing to do with floods, but it just sort of makes me think of them somehow. It's a song by Mary Chapin Carpenter, and it's called The Things That We Are Made Of, and it was recorded by Joan Baez as well.
Kathleen, your original sound is off.
Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, thank you. Right, okay. I think that's on now. Thank you. I remember driving down the rutted roads late at night, following the summer moon, bright as any pair of headlights. I felt the air on my face, and the night pressed inside my palm, a moment captured in a place. This memory stays strong. Oh my darling, oh my love, oh my darling, oh my love, oh my darling, oh my love, the things that we are made of. And I remember feeling I'm alive and in no need of saviors. If the past's another country, I'm at the border with my papers. Where is your heart if not inside you? Where is home, or are you lost? Where is love if not beside you? I have no answers, but they let me cross. Oh my darling, oh my love, oh my darling, oh my love, oh my darling, oh my love, the things that we are made of. Like the silence of my shadow, when the twilight world is calling, and the loneliness that knows me by the cadence of my walking, and the scar upon my elbow, and the sound of my own breathing, my reflection in a window, and the way I'm always leaving. Oh my darling, oh my love, oh my darling, oh my love, oh my darling, oh my love, the things that we are made of. And I remember wishing for some other life than this I've claimed, and how often I have been convinced, how eagerly I'd make that trade. Then all at once I see your face, on the summer night and the open door, dimmer now but not erased, and I know what these are for. Oh my darling, oh my love, 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 the things that we are made of.
Pretty song. Very nice.
All right, thank you, Kathleen. Tricia.
No, I don't know if Doreen can see this, but that is my Auntie Doreen. And I had never come across another Doreen until I joined this group. She's at the seaside. And she was a hoot. I have very fond remembrances of the name Doreen. This is my John Denver song that I like singing, so I thought I'd do this one. I don't know how it'll come out because my hay fever is playing me up. Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort, it's there to keep you warm. And in these times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer, it wants to show you more. And even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see you through. Love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. And some say love is holding on, and some say letting go, and some say love is everything, and some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of pain, like a fire when it's cold outside and thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memory of love would be of you.
I like that one too. Trish, Doreen was not there when you showed the picture, so you got to do it again.
Show me the picture. Show me the picture.
This is my favourite Auntie Doreen.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. And I have never come across another Doreen.
Yeah, me too. No, I have, but she could be my twin from a different mother or something like that.
Sweet. She was an absolute sweetie, and I loved
I'm glad to hear it. We don't want any meanies.
So it's a really good name. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. Robbie. Robbie?
I'm trying to unmute. Aha. All right. I'm going to try to sing one of the songs that I said, I think I told you a while ago, I had discovered in an old folder some songs I really first began to write when I must have been in the 60s. I don't know. And this is called Silken Sparrow. And it's something between a poem and a song. Like a silken sparrow, sighted by the hawk, like a silver arrow, piercing through the mark, my heart received the glancing fire in your eyes, sunfire in your eyes. My heart received the glancing fire in your eyes, sunfire in your eyes. I fled the pain of yearning love to flee, rocked kinder arms but never did fly free. And so I turn, burn, burn around your star, turning to where you are. And so I turn, burn, burn around your star, turning to where you are. O silken maiden, do not be unkind. O silver lady, do not further bind. Release that golden bold desire in your eyes, now glowing gold in mine. Release that golden bold desire in your eyes, now glowing gold in mine. Now glowing gold in mine. Like a silken sparrow, like a silken sparrow.
I love that song, Robbie.
The lyrics.
Strange.
And now, thank you, Robbie. And it's time for Marie.
Hi. Hard to block out the sadness of what's going on with the in Texas. So I have a comfort song whenever there's, kind of something sad going on in the world. I find comforting because on 9/11, they were playing this song on the radio all day long to try to comfort us. And it's a Jewel song, and it's called Hands. And if you see some of the rescue videos in Texas, the miraculous things people are doing with their hands to save people trapped in cars. Hands, Jewel. If I could tell the world just one thing, it would be that we're all okay. And not to worry, because worry is wasteful and useless in times like these. I won't be made useless. I won't be idle by despair. Gather myself round my faith, light to the darkness most fear. My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own. No, no, not yours. They are my own, and I am never broken. Poverty stole your golden shoes, but didn't steal your laughter. Heartache came to visit me, but I knew it wasn't ever after. We'll fight, but not out of spite, for someone must stand up for all that is right. Where's the person who has no voice? Well, their hours will go singing. My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own. No, no, not yours. They are my own. I am never broken. In the end, only kindness matters. In the end, only kindness matters. I will get down on my knees and I will pray. I will get down on my knees and I will pray. My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own. No, no, not yours. They are my own. And I am never broken. We are God's eyes. We are God's heart. We are God's hands. We are God's mind. We are God's heart. We are God's ears. We are God's hands.
Ooh, Marie, nice.
Pretty song.
I almost didn't get to it to see in some of those videos, but heart goes out to Texas right now. A lot of heartbreak. And
Marie, for your next song, you should know that your original sound from musicians appears to be off, which means we couldn't hear the guitar at all.
It was a lovely song anyway.
In any case, look around for the button for the next time around. Doreen.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I want to do a do-over for a song that I did a couple weeks ago that was kind of rough. And besides, Robbie hasn't heard me do it, so that's cool. All right, so anyway, it's called Calling Me Home. I heard Rhiannon Giddens sing it, but Alice Gerard composed it. So here goes. An old friend lay on his dying bed, held my hand to his bony breast, and he whispered low as I bent my head, oh, they're calling me home. They're calling me home. My time has come to sail away. I know you'd love for me to stay, but I miss my friends of yesterday. Oh, they're calling me home. They're calling me home. I know you'll remember me when I'm gone. Remember my stories, remember my song. I leave them on earth, sweet traces of gold. Oh, they're calling me home. They're calling me home. So friends, gather round and bid me goodbye. My body's bound, but my soul shall fly. My little light shining from the sky. Oh, they're calling me home. They're calling me home. My time has come to sail away. I know you'd love for me to stay, but I miss my friends of yesterday. Oh, they're calling me home. They're calling me home. That's it.
Well done. Well done.
Do it again.
Three-part harmony here, Doreen, with us.
All right, Philippa joined us while all this other stuff was going on, so it's her turn now.
Okay, I don't know how many of you would be familiar with a songwriter from Ireland called Mickey McConnell. His best known song was one he wrote when he was about 17, called If Only Our Rivers Run Free, but later on he wrote more comical and satirical songs. So Mickey died at the age of 78 in the past week. So I've trying to learn this song called The Politician. As you see, I may have a big problem singing. For 20 frantic, fruitless years I worked in Derry town. Reporting for the journal, I was busy writing down all the words of politicians in my endless quest for truth. It was a pointless exercise. I squandered all my youth. Now that's the cause of my misfortune, as I'll relate to you. For I find myself now talking as the politicians do. And if anyone should ask me, do you take sugar in your tea? Sure, I'll grasp him firmly by the hand, and this is what I'll say. Oh, I'm very glad you asked me that, for at this point in time, in the circumstances that prevail, there is in the pipeline infrastructural implications interfaced with lines of thought, which leads to grassroots liabilities. But at this point I'd rather not enunciate in ambiguities, but rather seek to bind negotiated compromises which are the bottom line, for full and frank discussion which could serve to integrate the basic fundamental principles to which we all relate, not in doctrinaire philosophies that any fool can see, in inescapable hypotheses confronting you and me. For the interest of the common good, now you may never fear, for I have the matter well in hand. I'm glad I've made things clear. Now, as you can imagine, this has greatly changed my life. An example is that fateful day that I became a wife. Things went happily enough. The priest, he asked me with a smile, do you promise to honor and obey this man? And I quickly replied, well, I'm very glad you asked me that, for at this point in time, in the circumstances that prevail, there is in the pipeline infrastructural implications interface with lines of thought, which leads to grassroots liabilities. But at this point I'd rather not enunciate in ambiguities, but rather hope to find negotiated compromises which are the bottom line, for full and frank discussion which could serve to integrate the basic fundamental principles to which we all relate, not in doctrinaire philosophies that any fool can see, in inescapable hypotheses confronting you and me. For the interest of the common good, now you need never fear, for I have the matter well in hand. I hope I've made things clear. Now I'm lying on my deathbed, all filled with mortal dread, for I know that very shortly I will probably be dead. And when St. Peter asks me, do you want to come on in? I know I'll face damnation, for I'm bound to say to him, I'm very glad you asked me that, for at this point in time, in the circumstances that prevail, there is in the pipeline infrastructural implications interfaced with lines of thought, which leads to grassroots liabilities. But at this point I'd rather not enunciate in ambiguities, but rather hope to find negotiated compromises which are the bottom line, for full and frank discussion which could serve to integrate the basic fundamental principles to which we all relate, not in doctrinaire philosophies which any fool can see, in inescapable hypotheses confronting you and me. For in the interest of the common good, now you need never fear, for I have the matter well in hand. I'm glad I made things clear. The
That's a good
politicians.
one.
I love it.
It's our turn.
Yes, I know. It's our turn. Actually, it's your turn.
It's my turn. No, we're singing all of our songs together today. So this one is Silver Threads and Golden Needles.
More or less.
From 1956. And Linda Ronstadt is the person that's most known for this song, but obviously it's done by others.
I don't
One lonely mansion with a tear in every room. All at once the love you promised beneath the halo moon. But you think I should be happy with your money and your name, and I hide myself in sorrows while you play your cheating game. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine, and I dare not drown my sorrows in the warm glow of your wine. You can't buy my love with money, 'cause I never was that kind. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine.
silver thread.
Threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine, and I dare not drown my sorrows in the warm glow of your mind.
You can't
Buy my love with money, 'cause I never was that kind. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine.
And now I can ease up on the speed break here
Yeah.
and sing a Norman Blake song. Down, slow train through Georgia. Down by the county bridge, the gondolas roll. Hauling down a Birmingham that dirty half-slag coal. I should let her move me on, come sunshine, rain or drought. 'Cause just like the circle says, Southern serves the South. Hardships and troubles, don't you know I've had some. Getting older every day, I'm a fair weather bum. Let me tell you, good people, here it's just about time. Catch a train through Georgia and ease my worried mind. 40 miles an hour, she's rolling down the line. Greasy rail, wet clay trails through the windy pines. Any place that the sunshine falls is where I long to be. Sometimes something special, won't you roll me to the sea? Hardships and troubles, don't you know what I've done? Getting older every day, I'm a fair weather bum. Let me tell you, good people, here it's just about time to get
living day by day, place down the track. Come on, gal, my old pal, Lord, you know we'll not look back. I'll take down this gold guitar and I'll play her every day. And let the slow train through Georgia roll my blues away. The hardships and trouble, don't you know I've had some? Getting older every day, I'm a fair weather bum. Let me tell you, good people here, it's just about time to catch a slow train through Georgia and ease my worried mind.
Now that round one has been completed,
We start over.
it's time to start for round two, and it's George's turn.
Thank you, Harvey. I'd like to do a song that was recorded by the new writers of the Purple Sage. I'm going to play it in C, and it's called Old Man Knoll. Old Man Knoll was a mean old soul. He lived across the hill. I didn't know him very well. Now I never will. He had some sheep that grazed his land, and he was very old. And all the kids would stay away. We knew he was a scold. Yeah, but our best treehouse was on his hill, and our navy sailed on his pond. The years have only brought me pain now. I'm sad the old man's gone. 'Cause now the freeway rolls where Old Man Knoll used to run his sheep in the meadow. And as you drive by, if you really try, you still can see his shadow. Now Old Man Knoll was a mean old soul. At least the kids thought so. But we were much, much younger then, and now I just don't know. The way it was when it was his, the land was clear and free. The land was life, and with his wife was all that he could see. So when the houses came and brought the kids who thought he was mean, I think that now at last I see how sad he must have been. 'Cause now the freeway rolls where Old Man Knoll used to run his sheep in the meadow. And as you drive by, if you really try, you still can see his shadow. Yeah, you still can see his shadow.
Good song. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Nicely done. Murray.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, this song that I'm going to sing now is a John Denver song, which he, of course, wrote and sang. And it's the song Rocky Mountain High. John Denver, whose original name was John Deutschendorf, liked Colorado so much that he changed his name to Denver. And then he wound up living in Colorado and made this song about the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. Okay, and it was written in September 1972. He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast and it didn't last for long. But the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. The shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, high in Colorado. He climbed cathedral mountains, he saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. And he lost a friend, but he kept his memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His sight has turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, high in Colorado. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. While they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, the Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire and everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. That's it.
Hitting those high notes. Okay, nice.
Way to hit them high notes, Murray. Bob Brinkley.
Yeah, that would be a good place to be right now, Colorado. It's 110 here now. I would definitely trade this for Colorado. Okay, well.
Hey, fella, you moved there.
Well, I kind of follow the wife. You know how it is, Harvey.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea.
Anyway, let's see if I can get the fingers working. I'm going to kind of try to channel the great Elvis Presley, get out of my range a little bit. Don't, don't, that's what you say each time I hold you this way. When I feel like this and I want to kiss you, baby, don't say don't. Don't leave my embrace, for here in my arms is your place. When the night grows cold and I want to hold you, baby, don't say don't. If you think that this is just a game I'm playing, if you think that I don't mean every word I'm saying, don't feel that way. I'm your love and yours I will stay. This you can believe, I will never leave you. Heaven knows I won't. Baby, don't say don't. Elvis Presley. Thank you very much.
Always bringing those songs back from the 50s. Yeah.
All right. Michael.
Yes, this is Debbie often or sometimes does Liverpool Lullaby. This I think is effectively Geordie Lullaby. Geordie is sort of Newcastle and Sunderland, which is Liverpool's on the northwest of England, and Geordie land is northeast, upper northeast. So it's a lullaby, and every line, the second line is a repeat. It's echoed normally, but of course I'll have to do my own echo here. So. You will have a fishy on a little dishy. You will have a fishy when the boat comes in. You will have a fishy on a little dishy. You will have a fishy when the boat comes in. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy. Dance to your daddy, my bonny lad. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy. Dance to your daddy, my bonny lad. You will have a fish, you will have a fin. You will have a mackerel when the boat comes in. You will have a fish, you will have a fin. You will have a mackerel when the boat comes in. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mummy. Dance to your daddy, my bonny lad. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mummy. Dance to your daddy, my bonny lad. When you are a lad fit to take a wife, you will have a lassie, love her all your life. When you are a lad fit to take a wife, you will have a lassie, love her all your life. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy, dance to your daddy, my bonny lad. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy, dance to your daddy, my bonny lad. She will be a lassie, you will be a laddie. You will have a family, love them while you can. She will be a lassie, you will be a laddie. You will have a family, love them while you can. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy. Dance to your daddy, my bonny lad. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy. Dance to your daddy, my bonny lad.
Harvey, you're muted.
Ah, well, in that case, let me try that again. Thank you. Stephen, your turn.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Naughty lady of Shady Lane has hit the town like a bomb. The back fence gossip ain't been this good since Mabel ran off with Tom. Our town was peaceful and quiet until she came on the scene. The lady has started a riot, disturbing the suburban routine. The naughty lady of Shady Lane has the town in a whirl. The naughty lady of Shady Lane. Me, oh my, what a girl. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you should see how she carries on with her admirers galore. She must be giving them quite a thrill, the way they flock to her door. She throws those comforted glances at every Tom, Dick, and Joe. When offered some liquid refreshment, the lady never says no. The naughty lady of Shady Lane has the town in a whirl. The naughty lady of Shady Lane. Me, oh my, what a girl. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. The things they're trying to pin on her won't hold much water, I'm sure. Beneath the powder and fancy lace that beats a heart sweet and pure. You just need someone to change her, and she'll be nice as can be. If you're in the neighborhood, stranger, you're welcome to drop in and see the naughty lady of Shady Lane, so delightful to hold. The naughty lady of Shady Lane, so delectable, quite respectable. Bum, 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 bum. And she's only 9 days old. Bum, 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 bum. That's it.
Very funny.
Thank you, Stephen. Susan and Bob.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above thy fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're going to do the other verse. I actually just sang that with the assisted living group the other day. That's the only song I would do for July 4th. Get the old pick out. Well, I know Debbie and Ron do a song about droving, and this is the one that Gordon Bach sings. He takes the lead on it, and whatever album they did it on, and it's about a guy named Johnny Stewart, who is a drover, and he says, you know, he's taking moving cattle from to New South Wales to the east coast of Australia. Mobbed his dip, the drive started out, leaving Rockman's dusty sheds behind them. The whips are cracking and roads you will find them. The droving ways have been like this for years. No modern ways have meant the days are over. The diesel road trains cannot know the steers, or walk 'em down like Johnny Stewart drove her. On the banks of the Georgina, down the Diamondina, where the grass is greener, down by Newcastle, Wales. Johnny Stewart's a roving, mobs cattle droving, his life story moving down miles of dusty trail. Well, the cook is busy by the campfire light. Above a fire, a billy gently swinging. The mob is settled quietly for the night, and Johnny's riding softly round and singing. Well, Johnny doesn't spend much time in town, impatient for the wet to be over, and most of the years he's walking cattle down. The stock roads are home for Johnny Stewart drover. On the banks of the Georgina, down the Diamondina, to where the grass is greener, down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's roving, mobs of cattle droving, his life story moving down miles of dusty trail. Dawn will surely find another day. Sun still chasing, moon never caught her. Light will find them on their way. Another push to reach the next good water. And on the banks of the Georgina, and down the Diamondina, to where the grass is greener, down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's roving, with mobs of cattle droving, his life story moving down miles of dusty trail. They're counted in now, Johnny's work is done. 1,500 head are handed over. He's into town now for a little fun, and a beer or two for Johnny Stewart rover. And on the banks of the Georgina, down the Diamondina, to where the grass is greener, down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's droving, mobs of cattle droving, his life story moving down miles and miles of dusty trail. Written by Chris Butch. You see it.
Right, Lonnie.
Wendy's going to do a song for you about a couple of she who found a dragon egg in the glen, and they made an agreement between them to make sure that the dragon survived and thrived, and it's called The Birth of Saoirse.
Their love profound, roots beneath the stone, nestled in their glen, they're never alone. By ancient right in the crescent's gleam, they pledge their hearts to the life unseen. Vines entwine, in embrace they hold, the shell that harbors stories old. In our glen where the ferns grow wild and deep, a secret neath the green, the egg we keep, its shell aglow with tales untold, a dragon's heart within it holds. Elven hands a silent vow to make, guarding life till the dawn's first break. A whisper thrills in language old, Xerxes speaks, a link in souls is gold. Emerald eyes, the mirror of the glen, with every beat the bond grows deep within. Bodron hums the melody of life, Yulin pipes a lullaby for the night. O'Rollam roam, the glen's alive and dew, alive her scales shimmer with the morning dew. With the dawn's first light they see her eyes alight, a bond so fierce in the silent night. To the elven kindred Sorcha whispers true, of ancient magics on the sky she'll soon pursue.
Gorgeous. What was the name of that?
The Birth of Saoirse.
Yeah.
It's a bird. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
You have a lovely voice, Wendy.
Beautiful.
For joining us.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Ziggy.
I'm sorry that I have to break a chain of perfect performances with my imperfection, but anyhow, I try. My second tune is a composition from 1961, a French composition about a ship called Santiano, which is sailing from Saint-Malo to San Francisco. And I put again some info into the chat. And I put also a link to a YouTube video into the chat where you can watch and listen to a recording of around 2011, I think, of this song, a very fine recording. Okay, Santiano.
just fine. So you enjoy having you here.
Nicely done. Debbie and Ron.
We're unmuted, yeah.
Okay.
My parents moved into a housing development one of the post-World War II housing developments on Long Island that there were, in each development were literally hundreds of houses that all looked the same, and they all were packed in together. And I was 2 years old in 1952 when my folks moved to Plainview, and as I grew up, I began to explore the neighborhood. I discovered Ricky's Woods. And Ricky's Woods was an old farmhouse, a small H-shaped farmhouse with about a half an acre, and they had a little patch of woods and tiny little field there, and we used to go and play there. And Ricky was, I guess, the son or grandson or whoever owned the farm that sold the property to to the developer. And down at the end of the block was what was left of a chicken farm, and old Mr. Welch was still there, living out his last years, and I used to go down there occasionally, and I'd sneak around the chicken house, and I'd crawl around and walk around on the old rotten rafters and stuff. And I remember one day I caught sight of old Mr. Welch bent over a pail, filling it up with water, and I just can still see it and hear it in my mind, and it was almost like looking at to me, like at an ancient warlock or something. Like, my God, if he turns around and sees me, I'll turn to stone. And the world was bright and shiny and exactly as it should be to me. I didn't see the profound change that had come to the land and to the lives of everybody that lived on Long Island. And George's song about the mean old man, that brought that memory back to me. I don't own a chicken farm. I'm just a mean old man, and it's just when it just reminds me that no matter how crazy I think that the world is today, to the young people, we're the ones that are crazy. When I remember how I felt when I was a kid, it's just, I don't know.
Ron, I hate to interrupt you. I think the fan is taking your voice.
Oh, the fan.
My
is,
God, I can't even hear it.
On.
Well, shut it off.
Oh, yeah, I can shut it here. Hang on.
All right, so anyway, you didn't miss much.
Okay.
Here's something that when I heard it's another thing that is sort of personal to me and how I've been my whole life. This is a song by a rock group called Alabama. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I'm rushing till life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in a hurry, don't know why. Don't know why I have to drive so fast. My car is nothing to do. It's not new, but it'll do 0 to 60 in 5.2. I'm in a hurry to get things done. I'm rushing till life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, and I'm in a hurry, don't know why. Can't be late. I leave in plenty of time, shaking hands
run. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to hurry too to get things done so I can retire.
Don't be in such a hurry.
Wow.
It may not be what it's cracked up to be, but
Well, we're all. I love being retired.
let that be a lesson to those who worry about not doing a perfect performance. When I first started doing these Zooms, I put so much time and energy into anything and everything I did, and now I mean I'll do anything, and I make mistakes all the time, and it's just don't let it bother you.
Who cares?
You know.
Sometimes it just feels good, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah. What, making mistakes? Well. All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Okay. So now.
Oh yeah, we got another.
All right. Coming back to today, another thing that people they're fighting against. They're closing down every last union in this country. Unions which protected workers since the 30s, the 20s. Anyhow, so this has been done before, but I have a few other newer verses on it. So this is Woody Guthrie's Union Maid.
What key is it?
I think it's in G. Let's hope so. There once was a union maid. She never was afraid of the goons and the ginks and the company face and the deputy sheriff. She made the raids. She went to the union hall when the meeting was called, and when the company boys came round, she always stood her ground. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. This union maid was wise to the tricks of company spies. She couldn't be fooled by the company's tool. She'd always organize the guys, always get her way. Oh, when she struck for better pay, she'd show her card to the National Guard, and this is what she'd say. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. All right, the next verse was thrown out, but I'm gonna do it from Millard Lampell back then. Well, you gals wanna be free, just take a tip from me. Get you a man who's a union man and join the ladies auxiliary. A married life ain't hard if you got a union card. A union man has a happy life when he's got a union wife. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. Modern union mates are also not afraid to walk the line, leave jobs behind, 'cause we are not the ladies' aid. We fight for equal pay, and we will get our way. We're workers too, the same as you. We fight the union way. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. Sticking to the union till the day I die. A woman's struggle is hard, even with a union card. She's got to stand on her own 2 feet and not be a servant of the male elite. It's time to take a stand, working hand in hand. There's a job that's got to be done and a fight that's gotta be won. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. Yay for union.
I've been in 3 unions. 3 unions. I was in the Teamsters, I was in the Steelworkers, and I was in the New York State Civil Service Union. in my time.
Right.
Would they just keep on kicking you out, Ron?
They keep on kicking out. What? Did they kick you out?
They should have.
Differences.
Okay,
All right,
Kathleen.
thank
Right, okay. Right, okay. This is a song by English singer-songwriter called Ange Hardy. And it's a song she wrote for a lady she knew that had been an artist. And she got really bad arthritis. She couldn't even pick up a pen in the end, apparently. She was put into a home by her children. And this is something that I think we all dread as we get older. So she wrote this for her. Hush are the winters, the evenings have drawn me home. It is cold and my working day's done. Long are the hours for coming and going home. It is empty, my patience is done. Once I was a summertime pastime long ago. Once I was a summertime, once I was a rose. Slow are the winter days, sitting and waiting. Fast were the finer days when I was young. Loud is the timepiece my grandfather gave me, and I too, like him, one day soon will be gone. Once I was a summertime pastime long ago. Once I was a summertime, once I was a rose. Grown are my little ones, constant and working. Far are their homes from the place I am now. I was a daughter once, living and growing, wishing my days past. I wish I'd slowed down. Once I was a summertime pastime long ago. Once I was a summertime, once I was a rose. Once I was a summertime pastime long ago. Once I was a summertime, once I was a rose.
Awesome, Kath.
All right, thank you, Kathleen. Tricia.
I've changed what I was going to do. This is my union song. I come from a long line of activists, and some of my relatives were Cornish miners, and this is a mining song. A miner's life is like a sailor's board a ship to cross the wave. Every day his life's in danger, still he ventures being brave. Watch the rocks, they're falling daily, careless miners always fail. Keep your hands upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. Union miners stand together, do not heed the owner's tale. Keep your hand upon your wages upon the scale. You've been docked and docked again, boys. You've been loading 2 for 1. What have you to show for working since your mining days begun? Worn out boots and worn out miners, lungs of stone and children pale. Keep your hands upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. Union miners, stand together. Do not heed the owner's tale. Keep your hands upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. In conclusion, bear in memory, keep the password in your mind. God provides for every worker when in union they combine. Stand like men and stand together. Victory for you shall prevail. Keep your hands upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. Union miners, stand together. Do not heed the owner's tale. Keep your hand upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. Though they've sold us down the river, bought us up and closed us down, through the shadows of this wasteland stirs a voice they cannot drown. It's the echo of our fathers, rising like a roaring gale. Keep your hands upon your wages and your eye upon the scale.
All right. And Robbie.
Robbie, you're muted.
Mary, oh, I got it.
No,
Never mind. I'm sorry. I apologize. My slender skills with the computer have just vanished almost entirely. So every time I get on, it's a real challenge. And I have to say something because no, I'm okay, thanks. Because Doreen mentioned something and before she sang her song that I had not heard before, and I just had to say, and I was trying to say it, but I couldn't unmute in time. I thought she sang it magnificently, and that it was such a stirring and touching performance. So thank you, Doreen. And thank you, everybody, Lonnie and Wendy, this hauntingly beautiful song, all these wonderful songs that collectively everybody has stored in their hearts and in their memories and communicate to one another. So I'm going to sing a song which was written by Ewan McCall for a radio program I think he created in the 60s in England about changing ways of life in England. And that's what a lot of the songs have been today, about the changes of either from youth to more different understanding upon maturity, or just the changing scenes, the developments on the farms, and we all have these memories in our own minds. I have the memories, but maybe not the song. I can't guarantee that. But it's about the change in England of the way of life of the traveling people who were really, in a sense, like gypsies who traveled, whose way of life was in caravans, not with any particular time schedules, seasonal schedules, a way of life that was free of governmental restriction and due to change. I'm a freeborn man of the traveling people. Got no fixed abode, with nomads I am numbered. Country lanes and byways were always my ways. I never fancied being lumber. Oh, we knew the woods and the resting places where the small birds sang when winter days were dawning. Then we'd pack our load and be on the road. Those were good old days for the rover. I've had life hard and I've had it easy. Though I've cursed life when winter days were dawning, still we've laughed and sung all night long, watched the summer sunrise in the morning. There was empty space where a man might linger for a week or two, for time was not our master. Then away you'd jog with your horse and dog, nice and easy, no need to go faster. All ye freeborn men of the traveling people, every tinker, rolling stone and gypsy rover, winds of change are blowing, old ways are going, your traveling days will soon be over. Winds of change are blowing, old ways are going, your traveling days will soon be over.
Oh, Ravi, I love that one.
I like the words tonight.
Nice.
All right, who's up next? Marie.
Hi. Yes, very moving. Everybody is doing very thoughtful stuff. And I'm going to stick with the theme of hands on this next song. Just close this here. And this is, oh, and by the way, Tricia, and I did original sound. I went into the meeting settings. I come from a coal mining family, and my grandfather died of black lung. There was no union in the Pennsylvania mines. A lot of heartache in my parents' family. Okay, and with that in mind, we're going to change the world with our own two hands. I can change the world with my own two hands, make it a better place with my own two hands, make it a kinder place with my own two hands, with my own two hands. I can make peace on earth with my own two hands. I can clean up the earth with my own two hands. And I can reach out to you with my own two hands, with my own two hands. Gonna make it a brighter place with my own two hands. I'm gonna make it a safer place with my own two hands. I'm gonna help the human race with my own two hands. With my own two hands. Now I can hold on to you with my own two hands. I can comfort you with my own two hands, but you got to use them. Use your own two hands. Use your own two hands. Use your own two hands.
Nice.
So we all got a job now, everybody out there.
Doreen, you're up.
Bye-bye.
You mean the work's not done? Is that Maria? So, Ron, what I meant to say is it's liberating when you don't have to get everything just exactly right. You know, like it's freeing to say, okay, you know, it was a rehearsal for the next one. Anyway, so I grew up in a subdivision also after World War II, and like half of my neighbors were all guys, you know, fathers who had served in World War II, and veterans were highly respected, as they are in Wappingers Falls, where I am here. I mean, everybody's like, they have, you know, all kinds of signs and pictures of people, veterans everywhere. And we get discounts all over the place because my husband's a veteran. So, I mean, it's just like, whoa, what happened? So, anyway, so this is a song I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I'm not really solid on it. It's from 1944, Buddy Johnson. It's called When My Man Comes Home. It was written in 1944. I'm going to need some help, but let's give it a try. I don't know. All right, give me a second. When my man comes home. Sorry, you can't hear. I'm so sorry. I'll be so glad when my man comes home. Yes, I'll be so glad when my man comes home. Don't want to start nothing till my man comes home. Well, started this walk, really started a mess. Now they took my man because they wanted the best. But I'll be so glad when my man comes home. Don't wanna start nothing till my man comes home. Now tell me, what am I to do with so much time on my hands? I'm so confused, and Uncle Sam's got my man, and it's been so long since my man's been home. Don't wanna start nothing till my man comes home. Oh. Now my man ain't so handsome, he's nobody's dream, but he's got that certain touch that really makes me scream. So I'll be so glad when my man comes home. I don't want to start nothing until my man comes home. That's it. My daughter and I, you got a harmony for that, Deb.
You're gonna do it.
Okay, because my daughter and I tried it with the harmony. You got to do it.
All right, Philippa, back to you. Philippa?
Yes?
You're up.
I'm up.
You're up.
Okay, well, because we had Freeborn Man, I sing the 30-foot trailer. It's another rather sentimentalized song about the traveling people. But Ewan McCall did a lot of radio ballads, and he would go around and interview people and in some particular walk of life, and then use the words to make up songs. So the 30-foot trailer and the Preborn Man would both be from the same radio ballad about the travelling people. The old ways are changing, you cannot deny. The day of the traveller is over. There's nowhere to go and there's nowhere to bide. So farewell to the life of a rover. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, the travelling man. Goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. Farewell to the cant and the Romany tongue. Farewell to the Romany talking, the buying and selling, the old fortune telling, the knock on the door and the hawking. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, the travelling man. Goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. Farewell to the besoms of heather and bloom. Farewell to the creel and the basket. The folks of today, they would far sooner pay for a thing that's been made out of plastic. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, the travelling man. Goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. The old ways are passing and soon they'll be gone, for progress is aye a big factor. It's sent to evict us, and when they evict us, they tow us away with a tractor. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, the travelling man. Goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. Farewell to the pony, the cob and the mare. The reins and the harness are idle. You don't need a strap when you're picking up scrap. So farewell to the bit and the bridle. Farewell to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, the travelling man. Goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. Farewell to the fields where we've sweated and toiled, at pulling and crowning and lifting. They'll soon have machines and the travelling queens, and their men folk had better be shifting. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, the travelling man. Goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. You've got to move fast to keep up with the times, for these days a man canna dander. There's a bylaw to say you mun be on your way, and another to say you can't wander. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, the travelling man. Goodbye to the 30-foot trailer.
Good song.
turn again, dear.
Yes. So this song is by Hank Williams, and it's I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry.
I'm just going to mute Murray over here because he forgot to mute himself. All right.
Is everybody else muted?
Mr. Winkler is unmuted. There, everybody else is muted. That's what happens when you're the host. You get to mute people.
Yeah.
And unmute people these days. I don't know how that happened, but suddenly an unmute button showed up. Okay, so you made your announcement?
I did.
Is it time to start singing?
Yes.
Well, we don't want to spend the entire day singing sad songs. So we'll sing a song that basically covers most of the people in here, except for people who play a different instrument. This is to the tune of Swinging on a Star. It was written by a guy named Pat Donahue, at least the lyrics were. And it's called Would You Like to Play Guitar? Would you like
to play the guitar? Carry money home in a jar from a coffee house or a bar? Or would you rather get a job? A job is the thing that makes you get out of bed and work every day until you're dead. Your back is aching and your brain is numb and just can't wait till the weekend comes. But if you don't want to starve or hang around, you're gonna have to get a job. Or would you like to play the guitar? Drive for miles and miles in your car and pretend that you're a big star? Or would you rather book the gig? An agent's the guy who takes his 20%. What he says ain't always what he meant. He'll clean you out in ways you never thought. Because he lives and he knows you're not. And then he'll sue you if you ever make big. bazaar. Or would you rather be the wife? The wife is the one who has to rescue our butts. She's either a saint or else she's nuts. She gets impatient and she gets annoyed. She's the one you must remain employed. And by the way, if you want to wreck your life, become a guitar player's wife. 'Cause all the monkeys ain't in the zoo. They can be trained to play guitar too. Some do a whole lot better than you. But even if you don't go far, you could be worse off than you are. At least you're playing your guitar.
Always liked that one.
Always liked that one.
Reminds me of playing in the caverns. We didn't call them bars, we call them caverns.
Okay, we've gone around twice and it's getting kind of late, so unless somebody really wants to do a closing song, we'll declare it closed.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
I hope,
Great show, everybody. Great show.
Yes. I hope Saul is feeling better.
Saul is here listening to this whole thing.
I know. I see.
Had before that, mostly pneumonia took my voice, but I'll be getting stronger every day.
Yeah, you look better this week than last week. You look a lot better. It's
Yes.
great. Great to see you.
Switch.
Oh, Mary, before I forget, on House of the Rising Sun, I wasn't there for the beginning, but do you know that in the Black Baptist Church in the South, that they sing Amazing Grace to the melody of House of the Rising Sun?
Ah.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like... It's incredible. It's very, very big in the Black Baptist churches. Amazing Grace with House of the Rising Sun melody. It's one more little tidbit on that song.
Fascinating.
That's interesting.
Everybody have a good week.
Did you know also that melody fits "O Little Town of Bethlehem"?
Wow.
"O little town of Bethlehem." You know?
Wow.
All right.
Amazing.
All right. Have a nice weekend.
So long, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you all.